Africa Harvest started by identifying there's a need out there to the communities, the people, especially rural communities. There's poverty, there's hunger, there's malnutrition. And we were driven by a vision to really address this and also do it not in the traditional way, do it with the tools of science and technology that exist, and bring harmony between that with cultural respect, and also use the diversity that exists within the people, within the communities. If it's agriculture, we realize that you cannot, there's no silver bullet, there's no one size fits it all. And so it's very important that by addressing this vision, we are doing it within the cultural respect, with the culture that exists. We consider the value of biodiversity, using of traditional crops that have been called off, and crops which have been neglected, and they need to bring them back, like sorghum, banana. We are looking also into future to using cassava, sweet potatoes, in partnership with other international organizations and others who are working on that. But our niche and our unique focus is on reaching out to the communities. And that gap exists. And I believe that's why we have so much poverty amidst so much research and so much even resources. The reaching out to the communities and getting the community to take what is coming out. And so Africa Harvest decided to address the value chain down and to see ourselves remaining relatively small and focused, adding value to other organizations, networking, building consortium, working within the consortium, and bringing in the unique focus on delivery of the product to the needy communities. So far we have had a number of projects and programs. The organization has 4 main areas of focus. One of it is technology delivery program, or technology deployment program, which is headed by Dr. Rosgel, an eminent scientist with great experience, both national, international. And our goal here is to look at the value chain on delivery. We are working on banana, we are now working on sorghum, we are working on trees, and filling in that gap through the whole value chain strategy, that is community engagement, linked to the nurseries and private sector, both local and international, finding the products, bringing in the credit providers, looking at good economic practice with the national institutions, and markets, looking at markets and working in partnership to deliver the product to the market. Our other strength is working upstream in terms of building local and international networks to look for unique products that don't exist. And here is where we have worked with the Africa by Fortified Sorghum project, where we have brought a consortium of over 9 institutions looking at technology development, product development and deployment areas, and creating the enabling environment, communication, jump pricing, research and technology development, biosafety and all that. And so with that we see ourselves going to a number of countries. We've been currently been tasked by the board. We have an international board of directors. We have been tasked by the board to consider presence in about 5 countries in Africa. Currently we're in 2 countries, and we have satellite operations in another 2, so we've got 1 more to add. But in another 5 years, we saw ourselves operating in the 5 strategic areas in Africa, that is Eastern Africa. Southern Africa, we're already there. We have an office and operations. We see ourselves working in the SADC countries, and that is through South Africa office. We see ourselves working in COLAF, WECAD. We have a presence in Burkina Faso, that is French-speaking countries. We see ourselves in Nigeria for the Anglophone-speaking countries, West Africa. We have started very strong networking with the ARC in Egypt for the Northern African countries. And we are committed to those partnerships. The Africa by Fortified Sorghum project is one of our major network in those countries. But I can see other products coming on board again that we may be able to deliver in those countries. We focus on capacity building, technology transfer, training the scientists in international private labs like in Pioneer, who come back and become the champions in these countries. Building greenhouses, carrying on contained field trials, so and capacity building and train, and that is key, because those scientists that we have had trained in the private labs in America and come back, they are now able to develop other projects. They become very strong in terms of knowledge, delivery of products, and that's what they learn, they introduce in their own institutions. And these scientists are writing now proposals for networking with European Union organizations, and so they become scientific leaders in their own rights. We are developing scientific leadership in Africa Harvest, in Africa. Many organizations, the Africans don't see themselves that they can provide leadership to solve their own problems. They think they have to be a consultant who may come from America or Europe and that will tell them what to do and what not to do. And we are saying, no, you are the best person to provide the leadership to solve your own problems. We need to network and collaborate and have partnership with the organizations in the north. But they're not going to understand our own problems. We need local knowledge. We need knowledge about how to deliver the products that could come from Africans.